Good morning. This is Tracy with Totally Trace. I am live with you today, and I have such a busy day, and I'm so excited about it. So I'm here live. I'm going to do a card with you, a fall card. And then right after this, I have Creative Convention, which is something that my upline puts on, and it's a full day of crafting. I started the day with getting all of your kits ready. In fact, I'm really low on kits. So if you would like a fall or a Halloween kit, do it today. Because I think, sorry, my doorbell just rang and I answered it. And I was like, I've got to go live. I can't stay and talk to you. So I'm a little out of breath. So I believe I have 2 Halloween kits left, 2 Autumn 12 kits left, and 2 gathered together kits. So again, if you're interested in that, order it today. In fact, I have the links in the comments section. And then you can also take a look at the Christmas classes that I have coming up. So I have 4 of those. So that link is also in the comments section. All right, so what you are looking at today is 2 of the kits. That's what I'm showing right now. Just taking a drink of my coffee here. Okay, so I have the Autumn 12 kit, and that is these 5 cards. And again, did I show that one already? Oh yeah, I have that one twice, so I'm missing one in here. Those are, I have 2 of these left. And then gathered together is this one. I'm not sure if you caught my Disastrous Live on Wednesday where I demonstrated these and had all sorts of mistakes. So that's those cards. And today the card I'm making is actually using all leftovers from that kit. So I always, when I make a kit, there's going to be extras. And I encourage you to use up all those extras, and I encourage you to show them to me too. I love when people are sending me texts or emails or even Facebook comments about, oh, look at the other cards I made. So we can kind of inspire each other. All right, so I am starting with a card base. It's just 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it right down the middle at 4 1/4. And then, so these aren't all the scraps that you'll have left, but these are the ones I pulled out for today's card. Because I'm hoping that each piece will be big enough. I'm going to cut this one to 4 by 5 1/4. And it's going to be my background. By the way, did you see yesterday's reel? It uses this paper, and I did all neutrals with it, and I absolutely love it. I think it's one of my favorite cards ever. Good morning, Henny. All right, and then I've got this sheet of paper, and I'm going to cut this 1 by 5 1/4. So I want it to be the same length as that piece that I cut. And we'll see how wide this is. If it's a little less than 1, I'm just going to keep it. Hi, Carrie. All right, so mine is actually about 1 1/8. Morning, Gail. Gail, did you end up watching the replay of Friday or Wednesday's live? I know you were laughing at what I said about it. Didn't know if you had a chance to actually watch how bad it was. All right, and then this one, let's see, I'm thinking I want it to be, let's try 3.5 by 3.5. Oh, good, it's big enough. So yeah, that might be too big. We'll see. I definitely want it to be a square. Because I'm thinking that is going to go here. All right, I'm going to go down 3 1/4. I think this is just a little too big. We might even have to go down to 3 by 3. Gail says no, she hasn't watched it yet. Don't waste your time. It was so embarrassing. I think I really lost it when the lights went out. I don't know if I told you that part. I don't know if I put that in the comments. After all my measuring and messing up of things, and the lights went out, and I was like, okay, I'm done. All right, yeah, I like that size better. So that's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, then I pulled out just a white scrap. I'm gonna guess that it measures 2.5 by 3.25. Let me share in case you're trying to replicate this. 3.5 by 2.5. 3.5 by 2.5. That's pretty close. What I wanted it to be big enough to, I'm gonna use this out of the Amber Autumn stamp. All right, and then, so this is funny. You never know where inspiration is going to come from. This is actually the towel I have in my bathroom right now, just a little hand wash towel. And I was like, wait a minute, that looks exactly like the stamp. So I'm going to try and steal their color scheme too. So I'm going to stamp this in Early Espresso. And I'm not die cutting this out, so I want this to, I think I'm gonna go off to the side though so I can put a sentiment. I haven't really thought about the sentiment yet. All right, and like I said, I'm gonna use this as my coloring scheme. So I'm thinking I'm gonna use Old Olive and Mossy Meadow and hope that I actually have both of those in blends, but I think I do. Choo-choo, Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. Yeah, so today is going to be full of crafting. My husband's at work, and I told him, you picked a good weekend. Again, I'm attending Creative Convention. That's a perk of being on my team. It happens at least 3 times a year, sometimes 4 times a year, and it's several demonstrators get together and they create multiple classes, business training, mystery projects, and then it's all online. And it's free, which is amazing. So you'll probably see me posting all day of things I'm creating from that. Oh, I wanted to color that Old Olive. I started talking and wasn't concentrating. Look, the mistakes begin again. Let's see what it looks like if I color it in Old Olive. Yeah, I think it's going to be too light. Well, I kind of like how that looks. I wish I had done that more. All right, well, so much for using that inspiration. I'll get it back to this. I'll make the acorns look like the towel. So yeah, that's all for being part of my team. That's like a free benefit. And beginning October 1st, there's a crazy good deal with joining. Like I really thought it was a typo. So what they're doing in October is anybody who joins, you join for $35, but you get to pick $125 worth of stuff. You only pay $35. The shipping's free. You get a free paper pumpkin. I don't know. It's just really insane. When I saw $35, I thought that can't be right. And then you're a demonstrator for 3 months. No strings attached. You get the discount for 3 months. And then if you meet your minimum, which is $300 in 3 months, then you get another 3 months, and it just keeps going from there. Good morning, Anna. So if you're part of my email list, I'll be sending out more information on how to take advantage of that. And I'll be posting it on my Facebook page. Because if you're going to place any order, it doesn't make sense to place an order. Instead, become a demonstrator. All right, I feel like this is a little light for me. Let's go in with some crumb cake around the edges. I like that a little bit better. Okay. So now back to the card. So I was envisioning that going there. Oh, but that's way too long. So let's go down to 3 inches. So now we're 2.5 by 3. Okay, I think that looks better. I might even trim it up a little bit more, but we'll see. And then I pulled this piece out. We're just gonna kind of make a border under that. So I'm gonna go 2 3/4 by 1/2 inch. And again, these are all scraps from the kit. So this is all just left over from the class I did on Friday or on Wednesday. I don't know why I keep saying Friday. Just to add a little pop of color there. I might even put it on top. We'll see. Let's do a sentiment. Hi, Jane. All right. We'll need a white scrap. My scrap drawer is getting a little out of control. I've been using so much white lately. Okay, and again, I'm gonna, out of the Amber Autumn, I'm gonna use that Grateful for You. So let me get that mounted. And I think I'm gonna do it in the, let's try pecan pie. Actually, what do I already have out? Okay, we'll do early espresso. Hi, Marge. Glad you could join me. She says, loving the paper. Yeah, this is that gathered together paper. It's one of the specialty papers. Anytime they put out paper with those gold flecks, I'm loving it. Let me just get that edge off. We'll see how we do. Again, camera and lights in my face, so I tend not to go straight with these rubber ones when live. Yeah, I just can never quite get it. So we'll try one more time. And then if not, I'll just cut around. Oh, that looks better. Okay. So Marge, I don't know if you heard, I was just talking about the starter kit special that starts October 1st, because I was definitely thinking of you. I know you occasionally place an order. So if you're placing a $35 order or more, just become a demonstrator, because you can get $125 worth of stuff free. Plus you get a free paper pumpkin. Plus you pay no shipping or no shipping. I don't know if I want this orange piece here. Ooh, what if it goes here? I kind of like that better. I'll make it so it's right side up. I know it's upside down right now, although it's leaves, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, and I want to cut this down even a little bit more. All right, so if you're following along, I'm now down to 2 3/4, and I think I'm going to go down to 2 1/4. I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch off each side. Whoop. Nah. My cutter popped out a little bit. There we go. Actually, I just went to 2, I think we're at 3/8 if you're keeping track. All right, I'm liking how that looks. And then in the kit, I had just a tiny piece of gold thread left, so I looked to see if I could make a bow out of it, and I could, so we're going to try and put that on there. And then of course there were some dots that were left, so we'll see if we can get those Cajun craze on there. Good morning, Linda. If I remember correctly, you ordered this kit? I can't remember. So if you did, you can make this card. So catch the replay. Yeah, Marge, it really is a great deal. I said it. I was like, this is a typo. And then I looked at all of their marketing for it. And it's definitely not a typo. All right, so now I'm just gluing everything down. I thought I'd be able to slide him in a little bit easier than I did. Probably should have put him down first. Yeah, I like that little extra orange there. I'm gonna pop, excuse me, I'm gonna pop this up. All right, now let's figure out where this sentiment's gonna go. I kind of like it there. I think I like it there best. And then let's see. Maybe the bow here. Sorry about that, I had to cough there. Yeah, I kind of like the bow on the acorns. Not sure you'd ever really see that in a tree, but we'll suspend some reality here. Okay. Hi there, Lori. Thanks for joining. I'm thinking you might be first time live. I'm not recognizing your name. Oh no, my bow just went flying. Oh good, I can see it. Okay, and I'm just using a glue dot to attach that. And these are the Cajun Craze and gold dots. Just add that. All right, there we go. So there is today's card. I would love for you to love it or like it if you do. Give me some feedback. Share it if you love it. And like I said, I'm going to be part of a convention today, crafting all day. So hopefully I'll get lots of inspiration that I can then share on with you. And I have 2 kits left each of the Spooky Sweets, the Gathered Together, and the Autumn Twirl. So if you're interested in those kits, I don't have the Spooky Sweet stuff out, but if you're interested in kits to make these cards, make sure you're ordering today because I can't guarantee they'll be there tomorrow. And the links are in the comment section. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Oh, next time Wednesday, if that's October 1st, which I think it is, I will be doing my free card class. So join me 5:30 Eastern time for that. I will see you then.